Hi friends, this is Trilochan from Silan Software Pvt. In this video, I will explain about the concept of a list. So, which is one of the collection in Python, and we will know in detail about the list. So, in which scenario we will use the concept of list, what are the built-in functions available in list, and that built-in function how we will use to perform some basic operations. So that point also we will know. So guys, before starting my session, so please you like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell button for getting more and more updates. So as a result, when I will upload new videos, so you can get the notification. So guys, we will start. So what is a list? So we can say it is a collection. It is a collection in Python. It is a collection in Python. So collection means what? A group of data items, a group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items, similar or multiple types of data items, but treated as a single entity. So collection of pen, collection of books. Okay, so a group of data items, group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items, but treated as a single entity. Then the point is, in which scenario we will use the concept of a list. The point is we want to represent when we want to represent a group of data items where duplicates are allowed, where duplicates are allowed, insertion insertion order is preserved, insertion order is preserved. Then we use a list as collection. Okay guys, so duplicates are allowed. This is the pictures. This 2 points we can say this is the picture of a list. Duplicates are allowed. Suppose I will insert 100, then Rahul, then 100. So here 100, when I am inserting 2 times, so I can say 100 is the duplicate data item. So you list is a such collection. List is a such collection which is allowing duplicate data item. There is no problem. Then insertion order is preserved. So what do you mean by this point? Insertion order is preserved means in which order we insert data, in same order we will get the data. Suppose first I inserted 100, then I inserted Rahul, then I inserted 200. So when I will get the data 100 Rahul 200. So in this order we will get. So that's why so I wrote insertion order is preserved. That means in which order we insert data, in same order we get data. So list is also called as a data structure. We can say because data structure that we know is a way where we store data. Not only we store data, some operations that we can perform. So sorting operation, insert operation, merging operation, removing operation. So some basic operations also that we can perform. So we can say list is a data structure. So now I will go to my Jupyter notebook environment. Here I have used Jupyter notebook environment. So now I will go to my Jupyter notebook environment. So this is my Jupyter notebook homepage. Now I will go to create a new Python file. So there is an option new. So Python 3, when I will click, so a new file just I am creating. So I will give the file name. Suppose I will give Python list tutorial. Now I will click on rename option. So this is my file name. Okay, suppose one list. Suppose I will represent Python list. Let my list name is suppose my list. Suppose let it. So basically, Python. There are four collections in Python: list, set, tuple, and dictionary. Among four collections, one point that I want to say: list and dictionary is important, very important. We will use widely in machine learning in the field of artificial intelligence. We will use so this terminology is so important. Okay, so we will come to our point. So let my list name is my list, and you remember one point. So list meant for square bracket. That means within square bracket, whatever or when we assign data item, so that representing list. Suppose I represented my list equals to square bracket. So within square bracket here there is no data item, then we can consider this is an empty list. Suppose if I'll write what is the value of my underscore list, this is my list name. So now I will hit run. So I will get it. This is an empty list. This I got, it is an empty list. So list, set, tuple, and a dictionary. So we can say it is one type, one data types in Python. So now I will assign data item my list. My list name is so multiple types of data items. Suppose I will take 100. Let one float value 12.34, then a string value, suppose Python, then suppose a boolean value, suppose I will take, then a duplicate data item 100, then 200 comma 300, suppose. Let it. Now what is the value of so my list? Now I want to display all the data item. So now I will hit run. Just to see, this is my output that I got. So here 100 and this is 100, so duplicates are allowed and insertion order is preserved. So first data item is 100, so I got first data item is 100. Second data item I had inserted 12.34, that I got 12.34. Third data item I had inserted Python, then I got Python. That means in which order, in which order we have inserted the data item, so we got that data item according to that order. So I hope everybody got clarity. So internally, so how the control is understanding. So internally just a memory is allocating. You guys remember, memory is allocating, and the name of the memory is my underscore list name is, and this memory containing group of data items, this memory containing group of data items. So internally a memory is allocating, name of the memory is my list, and the first data item, so whatever we have taken here 100 12.34, then Python 100 12.34, then Python, then true, then 100 200, true, then 100, then 200, then 300, then 300. Then here automatically an index value generating. So this is 0th index, 1 index, 2 index, then 3 index, then 4 index, then 5 index, then 6 index. So automatically index is also generating. In Python, So it is possible that we can specify the index value in another way, in backward way also. So this index we specified in forward way. So this is we can specify so in this way. So this is minus 1 minus 1 index, and this is minus 2 index. This is minus 3 index. Then this is minus 4 index. So this is minus 4. This is minus 5, and this is minus 6, and this is minus 7. So in Python, in backward way, that we can specify the index value, that is minus 1 to minus n, but in forward way, that when we will specify the index, that is 0 to n-1. So through the index value, we can access individual data items. Through the index value, we can access what? Individual data item. Suppose Python, suppose I want to retrieve, I want to access, so my list of 2, so or my list of minus 5. So to access individual data item, so we will go through the index value. So to access individual data item, so through index value, suppose my list name is suppose 2, then that is Python. I will hit run, so I got Python. Suppose I will write my underscore list of minus 1. So that is when I will hit run, I will get 300. So to access individual data item, so how we are accessing? By going through the index value. And it is possible in Python, we can specify the index value in forward way, that is 0 to n-1, and in backward way also it is possible that we can specify the index value, that is -1 to -n. Then currently I told it is nothing but a memory. Internally it is a memory. One memory is allocating. Then the question may arise. So what is the size of memory? How much amount of memory reserving for my list? So how I will know for that? So one module that I have to import, sys module. Import is a keyword. Import means bringing. So sys module that I am importing, module means it is a container containing some built-in function. That means one built-in function I have to call. I am going to invoke. I am going to call, and that built-in function, when it will invoke, then it will provide what is the size of memory. That means how much amount of memory is reserving. So I can write within output statement sys dot get size of function. So get size of is a built-in function, and within this function I will write my list name. So let my list name is my list. So now I will hit run. So I got to 112. That means 112 bytes of memory is reserving. Get size of is a built-in function coming from sys module. So how it is invoking module name dot function name. So that's why I wrote sys dot get size of. So the meaning is, so 112 bytes of memory, 112 bytes of memory is reserving, and name of the memory is my list. So I hope everybody got clarity. Then we will move forward. We will go to the next point. My question is how to retrieve all data items at a time. How to retrieve all data items. Retrieve So retrieve all our data items from a list. So that's we will do by using for loop. For k in list name is my underscore list, then print k. So what is the meaning? So meaning is for each value of my list in K, I will print a K. So what is the mechanism? So guys, particularly regarding for loop, again in later on in our upcoming chapter flow control, then I will again give the clarity about for loop in detail. So now so I will explain what is the mechanism, how the control so is understanding. So for loop mechanism is first one data item. So first data item is 100. When a data item will come to k, will assign into k. K is a loop variable. Instead of k, you can write anything. So it is a loop variable. So when a data item assigning into a loop variable, so loop body will execute. So print k is the loop body. So first the data item 100 will come to k, will assign into k, print k. So 100 will print. So after body execution, after executing the body, control will go to next data item 12.34. Now 12.34 will come to k. So when a data item is assigning into a loop variable, when a data item will come to a loop variable, so loop body will execute. So print k, now 12.34 will print. So after executing the body, control will go to the next data item, that is Python. Now the data item Python will come to k. Again body will execute print k, so Python will print. After executing the body, then the control will go to the data item true. So true will come to k, again body will execute print k, true will print. After the body execution, then the control will go to next data item 100. So again the data item 100 will come to k, then print k, 100 will print. Then after that control will go to 200, again 200 will come to k, print k, 200 will print. After that the control will go to 300, then 300 will come to k, print 300. Then after that control will go to the next data item, but there is no next data item. So when the control find no data item, then the loop will terminate. So when the loop terminating, so at that time already we will get all data items. Now you see I will hit run. So I will get all data items at a time. So using for loop, so we can retrieve all data items from a list. Now, we will go to the next point. So, what is the length of a list? Number of data items present in a list, that is called as length of the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, there are 7 data items. So, length of list. So for that there is a built-in function len within bracket. So I will write list name, that is my list. Now I will hit run. So I got 7 length of the list, that is number of data items present in a list, that is called as length of a list. So I hope everybody got clarity. Then we will move forward. So from the beginning, I was telling it is a data structure. That means so some operation, some basic operation, it is possible that we can perform over a list. So for this, so many built-in functions are developed. Built-in functions available in list, and some built-in functions we will use, and we will see. So what are the basic operations that is possible that we can perform. So before that, first of all, we have to know to get all built-in function, to get all built-in functions in a list. So how there is a function dir, it is a built-in function. When this function we will invoke within bracket, I will write list name, that is my underscore list. Now I will hit run. Just to see, these are the all built-in function, and these are the used function, and these are not used function. So whatever all are built-in functions are available, but these are used built-in functions. append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, search. So all are one built-in function, and every built-in function having a specific functionality, having a specific purpose. So one point Python to have a good advantage point. Suppose I don't know what is the purpose of append function, but Python having a help desk. So what do you mean help desk? Suppose I don't know what is the purpose of append function, then how I will get the description about the append function. So there is a help function, so we can say it is a help desk in Python. So within brackets, so I will write my list name is my list dot function name append. So now I will hit run just to see. So I got the description, append object to the end of the list. Object here data item internally the control considering as an object. So that means what the description is saying, what from the description what we are observing, any new data item if I want to insert, then that data item I will insert at the end of the list. Suppose a new data item 500 that I want to insert. So list name is my list dot append function within bracket. So new data item, suppose I specify that is 500, then print my list. Now I will hit run just to see the data item 500 inserted at the end of the list. So this is the purpose of append function. If I want to insert a new data item, so that data item will insert by invoking append function, but the data item will insert at the end of the list. Suppose maybe question may arise. Suppose I want to insert a new data item at a specific position, at a specific index value. Suppose in this is 0th index, 1 index, in 2 index Python. Suppose I want to insert a new data item, let it is 600 in 2 index value. In 2 index value, I want to insert a new data item, insert a new data item at a specified position. So for this there is a function, insert function. So list name is my list dot insert function, and within bracket suppose I will specify the index value. Let my index value is 2, new data item suppose 600, suppose I specified, then what is the value of my list. So now I will hit run just to see. In 2 index value 600 inserted. Before insertion 2 index data item was Python, but after 600 insertion 2 index value data item is 600. Now Python will win 3 index data item. So I hope everybody got clarity. Then we will move forward. So there is a copy function, copy and clear function. Suppose let it my new list, suppose list 1, suppose. So my underscore list dot copy function. So that means what, all the data item of my list will copy into list 1. So copy function, so what is the value of list 1? So now I will hit run. So just to see, so all data items of my list copied into list 1. Suppose I want to clear, I want to release all data items from list 1. So release list 1 dot clear function. There is a clear function now. So what is the value of list 1? So once clear function I will invoke, all data items will be released. So as a result we will get an empty list. Now I will hit run. So I will hit run. I got empty list. All data items from list 1 released. So this is all about copy function and clear function. So there is a function count function. Suppose in my list, suppose count function means what? It will represent the number of occurrences. That means how many times a data item is present. Suppose 100 two times it is present. So my list dot count function within bracket, if I will specify the 100, so the output will be 2. How many times the data item 100 is present? So now I will hit run. So I got 2. So this is the number of occurrences of a particular data item. Now there is an index function. So that index function representing what? The index value of a data item. Suppose I want to see what is the index value of 200, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So list name is my list dot index within bracket 200. Now I will hit run. I will get 6. That means the data item 200 index value is 6. That means, or we can say, in sixth index the data item 200 is present. So this is all about index function. Then we will go to remove operation, removing a data item from a list. So remove a data item from a list. For this, there are two functions. One is remove function and one is pop function. My list name is my list dot remove. Suppose I want to remove a data item within bracket, so I will specify the data item. So which data item that I want to remove, that data item, suppose I will specify. Suppose I specified 100. Then what is the value of my underscore list? So 100 will remove. So there are 200. So first 100 will remove in this context. Just to see, now I will hit run. So first 100 removed. So remove function taking one argument. So that means within parenthesis, whatever the data item we are specifying, so that data item removing. Suppose there is another approach. So let my list name is my list dot pop function. But pop function, guys, taking no argument. So what is the value of my underscore list? So pop function, you remember, are removing the last data item. Just to see, now I will hit run just to see. Suppose, so sorry, why? So my list, just to see last data item 500 removed. So you remember pop function removing a data item from a list. Remove function also removing a data item from a list. But remove function taking one argument, pop function having no argument. Remove function within parenthesis, whatever we are specifying, that specified data item is removing, but pop function removing the last data item. So this is the difference between remove function and pop function, but the objective is same, removing a data item from a list. Then we will move forward. We will go to the next function, sort function, reverse function. If I want to see all the data items in reverse order, my list dot reverse. So what is the value of my list? So all data items will display in the reverse order. Just to see, and sorting the data item. Suppose list 1 equals to another list. Suppose I will consider 40, 30, suppose 20, comma 50, comma 45, suppose, and list 1. This is my list name dot sort function I am invoking. So what is the value of list 1? So all data items will display according to sorted order. So now I will hit run. So I will just you see. So in ascending order, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So data items, whatever it is displaying, so all are in sorted order. So this is all about sort function. Then we will go to extend function. So extend function means merging to list. We can merge to list by using plus operator, but so here we are discussing about function. Suppose x1 is a list, suppose 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Let x2 is another list, suppose 40 comma 50 comma 60 comma 70. Suppose x1 and x2 are to list. Now I want to merge to list x1 and x2, so I can write x1 dot extend function. So x2, so if I want to all data items in one list, maybe suppose I will print x1 all, so data items I want to assign in x1. So now you see I will hit run just to see 10 20 30 40 x1 data item, then 40 50 60 70 x2 data item. So that means merged x1 and x2 data items merged, and this merge operation that we did by invoking extend function. So guys, in this way, all functions we completed: append function, insert function, copy function, clear function, count function, index function, reverse function, sort function, remove function, pop function. In this way, whatever the list having the built-in function, so all functions that we completed. Then we will go to the last point: slicing operation. Slicing operation. Suppose I want to bring what my underscore list all data items. Now I brought, suppose I will write my underscore list within square bracket, then suppose colon. Suppose if I will specify let it 5, so what is the meaning after colon 5? What is the meaning? The meaning is, so from the beginning to what we will count to first 5 data items: 300 1 2 3 4 5. That means 300 200 100 through python. So after colon 5 means what? From the beginning we will count the 5 number of data items, that 5 data items will display. Just to see, now I will hit run. So you see first 5 data items. Now we can say it is slicing. Some portion we are retrieving. Then my underscore list within bracket. Suppose I will what? Suppose I will specify 3 colon. What is the meaning? 3 colon means what? From 3 index onwards. From 3 index onwards, whatever data item 0, 1, 2, 3 true, data item true is the data item of 3 index value. So that data item onwards, just to see when I will hit run. So you see true Python 600 12.34. So after colon, if an int value, we are specifying what is the meaning. Before colon, if an int value, if we are spelling if we are specifying, so what is the meaning? So after colon, so means from the we are counting, but before colon, that the index value. So from that index value onwards, all the data items that we are retrieving. If I will write list name is my list, suppose let it true colon let it 6. Suppose what is the meaning? So 2 means from 2 index, 6 means from the beginning we will count 6 data items. So 6 data item means 100 1 2 3 4 5 6. So these are first 6 data items we considered: 300 200 100 row python 600. But before colon we have specified 2, that means 2 index. So in 2 index, 0th index 300, 1 index 200, 2 index 100. That means 2 index onwards up to 6th counting. So 100 true python 600 will be the output. So now I will hit run just to see 100 true python 600 from 2 index onwards, but 6 means from the beginning we will count first 6 number of data items. So I hope everybody got clarity. This is all about slicing operation, and This is all about the concept of list in Python. So guys, this is one of the important basic terminology, and this is important. So I hope everybody will what enjoy with my video. Okay, so thank you.